Cadillac Dixon. I'm the Drama Light Prison Wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice, hoping, because you got to hold your breath for justice, to see justice before all face to blink. What it is, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, girl, I messed up. I'm trying to start it all over. I'm tired, girl. I'm out at the library, just got finished reading the second round. I'm slowly but surely getting through the book. Um, I was advised another book. I ended up getting this one, so I got the wrong book, but I said I'm gonna just finish it anyway, and then I'll get to the next book after that, his other book that he wrote, The Eye of the Hurricane. But so I'm out here. I really came out to do my taxes. That didn't end up working out. I didn't have something. And it is President's Day, so I can't get the forms I need. So I'm like, okay, well, I just chill at the library. I'll catch up on my reading. It is so noisy in there. That is not conducive of someone with ADHD concentrating. Like, girl, ugh. So I came back out to my car, read the second round. I did my little review video because I said I was going to review the book as I'm reading it, but I will not release those review videos until I'm done reading the book in its entirety. Um, I finally got, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I was going to bed. Yesterday was Viso. I did not know they had some big race, like the race cars and stuff. And it took, I barely got up. Like I told you, I woke up to my little grandson sitting there just staring at me like that. And I'm like, oh, shoot. And you know how you wake up and you're like, oh, I wish I got a little bit more time. Please don't let it be this time where I have to just get straight out the bed. And of course, it was the time where I had to get straight out the bed or I was going to get caught and count. So I'm like, oh, I'm praying. I'm like, Lord, please allow me to be able to get ready quick enough to get out the door instead of being overwhelmed and rushed. I just try to pray and calm myself and just do whatever I can do, right? Because there's too many moving parts in this world. We can't control. It's too much that's out of our control that it just will overwhelm. And it does cause anxiety when you cannot control your circumstances. We want to be in control, but we're just not, girl. So let it go. So I'm like, I'm just going to get ready as fast as I can. I get the kids ready. Um, So we ended up getting out, get to visitation. I did not put my money because you have to have the money on a card because now they have only vending machine food in Viso. There's no commissary. There's no not commissary. What you call that thing? The window. Girl, I can't think of what they called it, girl. Dang, what did they call it? You know, the window they go up to and you order your food, which was much better. There was more selection, cheaper prices, right? But we know this is a money grab allegedly, and they labeled it as fresh food, right? But so I have to have money on my card to be able to let the kids eat. I was going to eat because I was hungry. I'm diabetic. I can't go too long without eating. And I didn't have time to, you know, properly make me something to eat because I got to run out the door, right? So you're pressed for time. So you just end up saying, I'm just going to eat at Viso. So I had to go deposit the money so that I can have some money on my card for Viso. So I do that and I have everything timed to a T. I'm like, if I'm not at this point by this point, then I might get caught and count. If I'm not at this point by this point, then I might get caught and count. And can I like swerve through traffic a little bit just to get a few minutes up on the GPS? Now, this camp is one that actually calls you as soon as, well, you can't go straight on to the property, which is probably better because there's a guy that's out in this little outhouse looking thing that's by the swamp that look like gators and snakes and stuff would be down there. But he brave, girl. So he's sitting out there in this little thing by the little lake thing. and he comes up to your vehicle. You can't come onto the property until he basically writes you in and who you're visiting. So at that point, they are already calling the person down. So that does help, because if I have to get the kids out the car, you remember last time rushing, I locked my keys in the car, trying to get the Pampers, trying to get all of that stuff. And I got to do better about being more prepared for visitation. When visitation goes from being once or twice a month to being a consistent thing you do, it's really best to get you a routine about yourself. And I don't have that routine right yet. Like, I need a Viso bag that I can just grab that has the kid stuff down in it that I don't take out. I just leave it there and make it a little bit more easier to visit. I need to be having my visitation clothes out the day before. Make sure the kids have their shoes and socks, which you never find a child's kids shoes and socks. Like, right? Like, girl, it'd be too much. Maybe have a little snack packed that we can go in the morning, just grab it. Kids can eat the little snacks on their way to Viso, because it's like an hour ride. So end up, I put it in and it says I'm gonna get there at 11:30, and I'm like, why? Why is there so much time on the GPS? I find out that it is race day. And then as I'm driving, I hit thick traffic for about seven minutes, and it's all these signs saying that, oh, it's race day traffic, and I'm like, it would be race day traffic, wouldn't it? So I'm still gonna get caught in count, thinking that I was gonna get to Viso earlier, because rather than working the night shift and basically getting off late and then having to go to visitation in the morning, I worked the morning shift. But what messed me up is because they had me work the night shift the day before that, then the morning, and then I was just exhausted. Like, I'm literally barely getting over that. Like, I can't do that. And I don't know why they threw that on me like that. But when they did, I was like, well, maybe God got a reason for me to work, the morning rather than the evening, and let me see, can I just get through it? Maybe it'll be better with visitation. But it wasn't better. It was not better with the visitation situation in the morning. Then we thought there was going to be visitation today, since today is a holiday. It's President's Day, but they didn't do President's Day visitation, which might have been a little bit easier, and then money would have been off, so we all could have went together, and hopefully it wouldn't have been as much. It wouldn't have been that race day traffic. So we had a regular visitation, except for we sat outside. The baby, Marcello, stops to clean the baby's nose and ears. And as we're sitting outside, his whole plate of pizza, his pizza that I just spent $3 for, this little circle pizza, just flies on the floor. So the baby food gone. We ate our little, I had a little chimichanga that was about $3, and Princess had a little pizza, which I cut hers into little squares. She had already ate hers. So the baby lost his food. So then he had to eat with Marcello. Marcello, at first, I don't want nothing to eat. I don't want nothing to eat. And then later, he's like, can you buy me two pizzas? I'm like, I literally thought you said you didn't want nothing to eat. Which the week before, we had got a soda and it did not come out. It was like the little machine was like zooming. It's the one that got the little arm that come up and see through. You grab the thing and go down. Like, it was doing it so fast that it dropped the soda in the bottom of the machine on the inside. So Marcello tells the guard, and I'm like, what you telling the guard? What he finna do? He don't work for these people. The guard takes out his own card, swipes it, and then replaces the drink. That was so nice. And then he was like, oh, because I we have the little kids, and said, you want something out of here? And ended up getting our granddaughter something out of the other machine, got her a little pizza. That's why she's hooked on those pizzas now. But that was really, I thought that was really, really nice of him, because he did not have to do that. Because we don't see the people come in restocking the machines at this place. So I don't even know how he would have got that refund, right? But the guard, thank God, it tapped his card, got the refund. So most likely when he seen the people come in, he just said, "Hey, my soda's down there in the bottom," or whatever. So that was a blessing. Um, we got out of Viso. I was so hungry because that little chimichanga had to tide me over like the whole day. That was my breakfast and lunch. That was my brunch. And so, flaming hot Cheetos. Me and Marcello both like those. And I was so hungry, so we stopped to get something to eat. Got the kids situated to make our drive back. So I'm hoping there was no traffic, no race traffic back, which we actually did watch the race on the big screen TVs in Viso. Now Viso has the big TVs. They have cable or some hook to it because we were watching the game, not the game, the race there. So I'm like, I hope it's not like when I'm trying to head home, people trying to head home from that, and I be stuck in back to back traffic. But it didn't happen like that. I got home, but I was tired. I cleared out my car and I was going to bed for the whole rest of the evening. Marcello called maybe about 6 or 7, and he say he work in the kitchen now. That's why he's alleged he had them pieces because he's like, well, I can't go straight to work after this and then go work around food and don't eat nothing. And he's like, they don't let you have no extra little food like they used to. Like he worked in the kitchen before and they used to like run him another plate or whatever. He said they don't do that here. Mm-mm. So he wanted to eat before going up there. So he's like, "You sleep? You sound sleepy." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm tired. I barely could move. I could barely move." So he's like, "I'll just let you go." So I planned on getting back up because I, of course, want to work on my things. I only got 2 days off before I have to join my workshop again. And it's like whatever you don't get done in these 2 days are gonna be defaulted to the next week because you can't hardly do nothing throughout the week, right? So I end up not getting up to 2 a.m. when I seen a notification from Introverted Rockstar. He just released a video about new information coming out in the Tory Lanez case. More information proving that he's innocent. So I'm like, oh, I gotta get up. That got me up out my bed, y'all. I gotta get up and review this video. I said, oh, this is from God. I know he sent me this notification. So I get up, I set the video up, I set the phone up, and I'm like, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this now. And then I had this little irritation. I don't know what it was, but some big old, like, something like allergic reaction was all over my face, and I was trying to hide it with my dread. I'm like, this ain't working. I'm tired. I can't chime in like I want to. I want, I got to, when I do commentary on a video or a case, I got to chime in every 5 seconds, girl. And I'm like, I'm not going to be able to get out what I really want to get out. So let me just stop this video here. We'll continue it later. Now, the only problem is the kids are at the house now, so that's not going to happen. So I have to wait until we drop the kids off now to continue the rest of the story. But yeah, it's new things coming out in that case. So that's where I'm at in my life. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna go home and make me some coffee. I got those little Walmart packages. Make me some coffee. I would love to just grab me some coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, but you remember my finances going to bed. Can't even hardly afford a cup of coffee, girl, as hard as I work. So I'm going to have to just go home and make the coffee. That reminds me of that guy. I can't even remember his name, but my nephew used to watch him and he was like into investments and stuff like that. But he was always like, y'all stop spending your money on this coffee out there where you could make, what was it, 40-cent coffee or 50-cent coffee? I don't remember what was his name? My nephew used to watch him all the time as a little kid. What, Graham? Dang, I can't remember that boy name. But that's what that remind me of. Make your coffee at home, girl. So yeah, we're gonna I'll check back in with y'all later. I possibly will whatever I'm doing later, because I'm trying to work on that art. I'm trying to keep bringing my videos, and I'm also trying to get my life in order, girl, which seems like my life will never be in order. But at least now I understand why. Because remember, I used to thought I was just crazy, girl. I now see it's compounded. I'm glad as you get older, you learn more about yourself in different things. Like, so for me, it's the ADHD that really is challenging. It's hard to stay on a task. It's hard to see something completely through, and it's hard to not be distracted. Like my brain distracts its own self, and then others come and distract it. So it it is so amazing that I've gotten anything in my life done. It's crazy. It is so crazy the amount of stuff that I have done in my life, but now I understand why it has always been so difficult. And then, like, even today, having to get up and do my taxes, I'm like, I knew about this appointment. Why didn't I get the stuff ready way before? Like, and it's because it causes me, see, now I know why. It causes me anxiousness. And anything anxious, when you have ADHD, you try to push it off, right? You try to push it back to you can't push it back no more. So I already have in my mindset, I really think I'm going to owe taxes. So I don't want to do the taxes, right? I usually do it on the last day on the tax deadline, but then I'm scrambling around and it's more overwhelm and frustration and stuff. So I'm like trying to be better about it. So I make the appointment and I'm like, oh, I need this one paper. They claimed they were going to send it to me in the mail. I didn't even look for it till last night when I got up like 2 in the morning. And I'm like, dang, I can't find the paper. I should have been found that goddamn paper. So then I called the company and I'm like, can y'all email me? Because they, of course, got my old email that's full. Can you email me a copy? And it is President's Day, so nobody's in the office. So I basically, because of that, because of the ADHD, I had to go and reschedule my appointment, but it was fine. I mean, it worked out because then I spent a couple hours in the library working on what I needed to, and thank God they had another appointment next Monday. So that means tomorrow rather than the day before, I need to go get a replacement of that form so that I can get this out the way. And I'm still I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm just gonna be proud I did what I could do, girl. Right? All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Hiss ya, girl, Cadillac.